Welcome to another week of the J. Gerrard Show. I am J. Gerrard. This is my co-host, the elegant and light on his feet,
Like,
Elijah James. What's going on, big brother? What's going on, man? How's your week, man?
Man, my week is lovely. It's all good. It's all good. Um, got a chance to get on the grill, and I do what I do.
Oh, you got on the grill.
Oh yeah,
When
I
was
do.
this?
I do my grilling, man. You know me.
Right.
And I worked, so I'm about them dollars.
Right. Been working, been busy.
Yeah, trying to be.
Yeah.
Do a
Same
little-
thing here. Same thing here. Staying busy, trying to get one thing out the door, and the next thing started. Trying to keep it moving. Came out here Sunday. I don't know if anybody had a chance to check it out. To go back and check it out, Sunday did a show with Disco called what is it? Disco All the Smoke. Who Want the Smoke? And it was really a debate. Had a nice moderator come through, Curvy Creole. I remember that's her Instagram name, and I think Janelle. Yeah, but yeah. Say but go check it out on DISCO100 Radio if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. It was fun. We had a lot of fun on Sunday for a few minutes. So what's on your mind, Elijah?
I want
to
to
this week.
I want to put a public service announcement. Y'all watch your backs out there. Them folks stimulized. That's what I want to say it just like that.
Say everybody
You
stimuli.
you can't go nowhere. Everybody there.
Everybody
you know what
back
I'm saying?
in the streets.
They in them streets.
Everybody
man.
back in the streets. It's like it never happened.
Yeah, right. Ain't no COVID or nothing.
Right.
I'm like, whoa.
Everybody out.
Yeah.
Hey, that 14 unhit.
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah.
I had to match the brakes. I take it to the house. Whoa, let's go back to the house.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Shit, all of mine, you know.
I'm talking about everywhere. There ain't no all the outlets tied up.
Yeah, the malls tied up.
Man, what?
Everything. But I know y'all probably trying to figure out what in the world is going on the wall behind us. But this is what we're gonna talk about tonight, y'all. We talking about the big I word. And we don't mean idiot. I mean, I guess you could use that to a certain extent.
Wow, idiot.
Right. Because it's an idiot thing to do. But we talking about infidelity.
Yeah.
Infidelity. And for those of you who don't know what infidelity is, it is an unfaithful act towards one significant other or spouse. Be it sexual or emotional, outside of your union, your marriage, your situation. And we got a lot of different people up here. We're not just going to talk about people and, throwing people against the wall and all this and that, but we got a large menagerie of people here from different walks of life, different genres, different races, different colors, different strokes for different folks. But what we want to discuss tonight is infidelity itself and exactly what it is. And this is just, a transparent moment myself. I know we all say this a lot, we all just men and this and this and that. And it was kind of funny coming in today to do the show.
Right.
And I'm just going to tell on myself because, the person in my life know I'm absolutely there with them. So we're just going to say this. But I'm coming in and, it was a very nice looking young lady, brothers, And I just ain't one to pretend like I don't see.
Right.
Some of y'all stay safe at home by acting like you don't see it. I see. I want to be respectful of my situation. Okay. But coming in, very nice looking young lady, and I'm like, okay, well, we talking, me and Elijah, and I just kind of catch my head on the bend, and then it turned into me. I'm like, man, you see how, how I mentioned to you how easily that just happened.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about the subject.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then too, at the same time, when you paying attention, you're not, and you open to correcting yourself and checking yourself. And your answer to me in the moment when I asked you was, you see how natural, how quick that is, and it's just so natural for us.
Right.
Was
What my answer? What I said?
yeah.
Yeah, I said, well, yeah, that's. I said, what's in the world? and we started talking.
Yes,
He
yeah.
began to say, "Wow, we was talking about different ones. We was talking about
Right.
different things that's going on." And when he asked me and I asked him, I said, "Well, what's in the world?"
Mm-hmm.
And and I'm referring to, some people know what I'm referring to, but to those that don't, I'm referring to 1 John 2:16. And what's in the world is the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life.
Right.
And it's in the world. It's in everything. They're selling it. It's everywhere. Sexuality is for sale. They're using it to sell cars. They're using it to sell tissue paper. They're using it to sell. I mean, we're saturated with it,
Right.
and we move through it like so much so to it will affect you if you're not careful.
Right.
Okay, and I will say that it will affect you if you're not careful.
Right.
People see good-looking people, and see, the thing about it, it's subtle. It's subtle and it's smooth. People see good-looking people, and don't nobody know your thoughts but you.
Right.
Don't nobody answer the questions in your head but you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't. if everybody's thoughts was in caps, like the comic books, the old comic books, then yeah, you'd be in trouble. A lot of people be in trouble if I could read your thoughts. So that's where it starts. Like everything else, it starts with us. And so when we put this up, we started talking about different ones and different things. You see the wall and
See the wall.
how it happens, and
And then what I like about the wall is, and this is just like not to even point. Okay, we got pastors. Okay, if you the new school charismatic, we got John Gray. Okay, it's in our top left corner over there. Okay, and then if you not really that, you the spiritualist and you know whatever, we got Derek Jackson. He was very popular about talking about relationships. Right. So, I mean, and then we went on from there for some of the old heads who remember Jimmy Swaggart. And this ain't to just throw shame. Because the point is this. And then we go down, we got, some of the older people. We got Jay-Z. And then, only that, not even just that. We got educated people that fall to this same thing.
Right.
With Bill Clinton.
Right.
More of us local people, Eddie Long. Okay, that's a different conversation a little bit. Okay, and then for the younger people, we got Offset and Cardi B, and all of y'all know how she dropped the WAP, and this man just still couldn't be faithful in the situation. Wow. She and it's not to throw any shade on anybody, try to throw any shade on any of these people. You know what I mean? And then it ain't even because what a other woman ain't. Man, Beyonce is beautiful. I mean, Cardi B is beautiful. I have, some of these other folks, are beautiful.
Right.
So it's not even totally just about that.
Right.
So that's what we want to get into tonight. The whole concept of infidelity. Where does it come from? How it go across the board? Okay, because you got everything from preachers to politicians. You know what I mean? To want to be part-time pimps.
Oh, wow.
You see? And you know what's fun about that? When I say that, you probably don't know who I'm throwing shade at. Yeah, because I threw a little shade that time.
Right.
Some of y'all think he throwing off on Eddie Long. Might be talking about Derek Jackson.
Right.
That joker was kicking the game.
Right.
He was kicking the game.
Man.
But in days and time we live, you have these famous guys, and it's always been. Why do you think it's always been that the rich man, is the one that, you know what I mean? Or the guys, do it seem to you? Maybe that's the question.
Right.
That the rich man or the more accomplished man is the one that had an issue with infidelity.
The more accomplished man? Yeah.
But I know a couple of broke jokers out here can't.
Right.
I don't know how they broke and they doing everything they doing. We got Disco on this side of the table tonight, y'all. We got to get in here.
He gonna touch it in a minute. He gonna touch it in a minute.
Yeah.
Check. Check. Why do it seems to be? I'm sorry to say.
Man of affluent man. Do you think that it's an issue with affluent man? What is? Do you think? I mean, because everybody we got up here, I just noticed, and we was more focused, I think, on the walkers, the politician, the preacher, the life coach.
I got the answer.
Whatever. What's the answer?
The answer is them type of brothers got their women fooled because of their statute.
So they looking at them.
They looking at the fact that she looking at the pastor. He can't do wrong because he a pastor.
Okay.
He can't do wrong because he the president.
Okay.
He can't do, well, I think the thing with what Offset and whole old girl is Cardi B, I think they both live a lifestyle. I think they both just who got pissed off first.
Wow.
Right.
And in the life coach, that one number, that cat that do the counseling, whatever he
was
do,
fraud.
he wasn't nothing but a damn clown anyway. He was just a cat that just did everything to put. He probably he don't understand. He probably told on himself. Like everything you were saying, dudes doing wrong to women.
I guarantee you, if he go back and watch his video.
Yeah, and saying what you. So let me.
He was telling on him. She went
tell
back.
on his dummy.
Right, because he all over social media. If you go back and watch some of the videos, but then even in what's the Jay situation?
Who?
Jay
Moore, I think it just well that's hard because first is Beyonce, again, and then they both make money. So Jay's situation may be just the lifestyle they got comfortable. Like people think, and I'm afraid what I just said because I'm wrong for saying that. Just because a woman beautiful don't mean a man ain't gonna cheat on her.
That's it.
So I'm wrong for saying that part.
Right. And why you say that?
Because it's cliche.
Because it ain't got nothing to do with the building.
Nah,
we just want more.
Yeah, because you get anytime you get
that's lust. That's what lust do.
But that's life itself though, Gerrard. Anytime you get accustomed to something, you're gonna always get tired of that and try to do something else. That's with anything. If I serve a racquetball, tennis ball the same way and get an ace, I'm gonna get used to it and eventually I'm gonna try something else.
Okay.
So he done got for us. For us, it's Beyonce. Wow, it's Beyonce. Whoa, it's Beyonce. I never do no wrong.
She probably feel like who he gonna cheat with? I'm Beyonce.
Exactly. For him, I done been with you so many years. That's the norm now.
Right. Everybody else sweating you, but I ain't sweating.
That's the norm. Like most of you females.
I see you in the morning.
Listen, like the most.
I go in the bathroom when you come out.
Like the ones we know, we talking about all the time.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna cater to you, baby girl.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
So infidelity ain't got nothing to do with the way she look.
Well then, okay. So
I think for a lot of men, and we gonna get into it because some of the reasons why they say
we stupid.
Yeah, is it just we stupid?
We stupid.
So why would a woman do it?
It's a stupid decision.
Right.
Well,
and I mean, maybe we should have did a wall of shame with what the women cheated at.
Hold up.
Because the thing is, it's quick to point out when the men are cheating.
Well, that could be next.
Okay. Well, let me touch this for
but
y'all.
The women don't ever get exposed out here like this either.
Look at your wall.
You know why? Because they got a defense. It's always y'all did it forever. Now it's our turn. That's their defense.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look at your wall. What you have in common on this wall is that these people, these men and women, it could be, I don't even know all of everybody, but they are people with influence and they're in places. They got money.
Right.
Okay. So but here's the problem. And they're good looking and whatever else, but ugly people cheat.
Right.
Broke men cheat.
Right.
So it's not so much as what they got and their stuff. There's a deeper problem than that. I wanted to throw that at there.
Deeper reason.
Now y'all got to run that back because it's broke. This cat got work 40 hours a week, making minimum wage. Can't be true.
Right.
Okay. So now what do we say to that?
Okay. I'm gonna give you the number one reason they say people cheat. This is one of them. Not that it's the number one reason.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the reasons.
So no particular order?
This is no particular order.
All right.
Okay, the first one was, and this is what I think Disco kind of touched on with Cardi B, then was anger or revenge.
Mm-hmm.
It says sometimes people cheat out of anger or a desire to get revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you discovered that your partner cheated, you're stunned and hurt. You might want to make the partner go through the same thing. That's what it's saying. That you went through.
Mm.
So that was one of the reasons that they said. I'm going to give you two more. They said another one was falling out of love.
Mm.
Now do people really fall out of love? I guess you can if you're not making love. I guess you can fall out of love. Let's see what it said here.
I'm wondering that you
I'm
fall.
trying
It
to
say
think.
the exhilarated
I'm
feeling of
wondering-
falling in love
Stop.
with somebody don't last.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop,
I'm trying
stop
to-
on that. Fall out of
Falling
love.
out of love. I'm wondering that you
That's
ever
deep.
fall in it. Were you ever in it?
So I think you can love somebody and fall out of love.
I'm just saying.
Because I don't think love is something that just happened. And I think love is something you got to keep making.
Okay, now watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
Like you just said, it's hard to fall out of love, right?
Right.
So you can still cheat and still be in love.
Okay.
Cause you ain't gonna fall, you ain't gonna turn the on off switch that quick. Prime example, a dude step out on his old lady that he in love with, right?
Right.
He still love his old lady. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause if he come home and find out she cheated on him, what he gonna do next?
He gonna go crazy.
Thank you.
That don't mean that just mean he jealous.
No,
Right.
no.
That don't mean he love her.
No,
He jealous.
No, why would you be jealous of something that you ain't? Why would you be jealous of
And
somebody
then I'm
you
gonna
love?
tell you,
Why would you have
let me tell you
emotions?
this is what I think the problem is. Because we think love is a trophy we can go put on the shelf. You know, I love my old lady. Okay, we put that on the shelf. That ain't no trophy. It's every day. You can't even just say I love my old lady and you keep loving her. Okay, I'm going to work. I'm doing whatever. I love my dog. But if I feed my dog and just come in and out the house, I'll never pet my dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm limiting my relationship with the dog.
Well, I'm trying my best to
You know, I mean, go ahead, Carla. You're on J.Gerrard show.
The reason people fall in and out of love because they don't know what love is.
Okay.
That's why I said I wondered did you ever fall in it.
Did you
They
ever know
don't
what
know
love
what love
was?
is.
So do you think, let me ask you this, Carla, do you think somebody could actually be in love and then,
Denise?
you know, not take care of that love? Because what I'm hearing is when some people say, well,
And it
go ahead.
love and it embodies a whole lot.
Yeah.
Love is kind. Love is long suffering. All those things that First Corinthians say that love is. That is what love is.
Mm-hmm.
And cheating because of revenge, that is not love because love don't keep score.
Right.
Cheating because you have influence.
Mm-hmm.
Love is kind. Love is long suffering. Even if you ain't getting none, love is long suffering. Love will wait.
Right.
That's what love is.
So you can't
All that
get so
other
you
stuff-
can't get tired of loving somebody?
Excuse me?
Can you get tired of loving someone?
Do you get tired of breathing?
So you putting breathing and love in the same category?
Yes, it is.
Oh no,
Because
well I guess I
God
don't
is
love
love and
it.
He's the very breath that we breathe. So
No,
because
I
He
guess
is
I'm
the
dead.
very breath that we
Mhm.
breathe and He is love, love embodies all of that.
Right. I think we have a
I want go ahead.
go ahead, Elijah.
I still want to inject just because we are who we are, and some of us are faith. We walk by faith. Some of us we're still not exempted because of we're living in the flesh.
Exactly.
So now I still go back to 1 John 2:16. All that is in the world. If you find yourself, all that's in the world, and the thing about it is, it's through your eyes. It's
Right.
you.
Right.
It's not the money. It's you.
Right. Right.
Okay.
See, that's
You
what I'm
the
saying.
one
It's
that
never
done it.
something that's just
Right.
on the
It
love
started-
is a
everybody on that
continuing
wall.
decision that you're gonna make over and over and over. It's not just I love my wife. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? We got preachers on this board behind us, right? They know the word.
Right.
Okay. They know the word. They know the scripture. They know that they know the scripture about long suffering, love.
Right.
It's all of those things.
Right.
But they still fell into the crap.
Because they
Okay. So because in that moment, they didn't make the decision to stay faithful. Love is not just I love you and that's sitting there. You ought to know I love you. No, love is decision making every day
Right.
to
Right.
constantly give, build, and choose
that's
this every single day.
bingo.
You know what I mean? So I believe it is possible to stop choosing that person. I believe it is possible to get comfortable. You see people do it all the time. Don't mean they don't love each other no more. They just not giving the things they used to give.
I think when you open yourself up to different things,
Right.
Cause see, like now, when you hitting on what I'm talking about. When you choose, then that allows me to choose you. I do what it takes to be in this. Cause I'm gonna tell you, all of these people made there was a question posed and it was answered. Okay, and that period. We can't say it wasn't because the manifestation of it is that it is. They get called. Now, it ain't just got nothing to do with them. It got something to do with all of us. Right. It's what's in the world. We see things that we don't want. It's in our nature, in the carnality of man, to want something else, to want the better, to want the green grass. Right. And even when you get it, you want more. So that's the lust of the flesh. Right. Flush after flush. Right. She looked good.
And some things, let me throw this one in there because this is the third one. And it's going to kind of tie into what you're saying. Situational factors and opportunity. Now listen at this real quick, y'all. Okay, simply having an opportunity to cheat can make infidelity more likely. This doesn't mean everyone who has the opportunity to cheat will do so. Right. Other factors often, but not always, add to the motivation to cheat. Okay, consider this scenario. You're frustrated with the recent distance in your relationship and dealing with the feeling of low self-esteem around your appearance. One day, a coworker you've become friendly with catches you alone and say, "I'm really attracted to you. Let's get together." You see what I'm saying? So you might not choose to cheat if only one or two factors was involved. But this combination of motivating factors, the distance in your relationship, the feelings about your appearance, the attention of your coworker, can make infidelity more likely. You see what I'm saying? Now, those are compound situations. That's not just necessarily, okay, well, you ain't getting the loving at home. It's, okay, now you ain't getting the loving at home and you getting attention somewhere else. Okay. And the person at home ain't seeing the gap of how you feeling about yourself. You know what I mean? And it's funny to say that. And to look at these people and say, well, okay, well, I don't see any of these people having any of those issues. But sometimes it's just the position. Right. The power of the position that you in. And the way people perceive you or look at you.
Right. Well, I'm going to say this. Those people on that wall, I mean, they're there for the background, but it's much bigger than them. Right. This is not, none of us are excluded from wrestling. This is our wrestle, our toil of dealing in this flesh and dealing with morality, what is right, what's wrong. Right. You got to make a choice. Denise, she gone. You got to make a choice. And I like what you were saying because it is choosing to do. Love is never, it's always an action word. Love is an action word. Right. It's never something just emotional. That's why it's hard. Like I was saying, some people may not have had it. Right. Some people fall in lust and ride lust to the altar. Right. And marry folks. Right. And then when they see something else better and or see something else better and that they can get. Right. What makes infidelity more entire? It's the sneakiness. It's wanting to do it. It's I can get it. Right.
I can do it and get away with it. Right.
And get away with it. Right. So all of those things come in. Those are pheromones, if I would say, of highs that people try to do. Right. So I mean, you can go back and look at the different stories in each one, and they'll say this, that, and the third. Right. But it is that at the end of the day, it ended up with you. Right. That was a sin that was birthed in deep in your heart, in your mind. And I love what it says because it says the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye.
Yeah. And the pride of life. Sometimes just get it. If I get it and be able to say, oh, I got that one.
When you see stuff, okay, we see stuff that other folks don't see. Isn't it funny how when you out there or whatever you're doing, the lust of the eye, your eye is moving. Just like the little thing that we were talking about coming in. Right. It is what it is. So, but still, even with all of that, we have to make choices. Right. We don't live, we don't deal, we make choices. So now I wanna touch on something that we always say, because people always say, well, I feel like this and I feel like that, and I feel like this and I got I felt some kind of way.
Right.
Well, your feelings don't exclude you from the moral responsibility.
Right.
That don't make it right because you felt it.
Right. Well, she treat me like they did me like this. I feel like I ought to be able to.
Right.
Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
What that got to do with?
Right. And another thing too, and this is why I say, again, it is not how much you know. We got very educated, successful people, just as a point of reference,
right,
on the wall. It don't matter how much you know. How much money you got, what it boils down to is what you do. Okay? A poor man could have made a better decision.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it ain't even about, oh, I know all of this, I done studied. Even we got, the relationship dude. Mm-hmm. You know all this stuff about relationships. But what did you do? And we can't judge. I'm not looking at it to judge him. But I'm looking at you, and speaking to an audience saying, to you and to myself, what is it that's going to keep me making the right decisions? That is love. Not this, oh, I married you, didn't I? That is crap. That's crap. Oh, well, how I know you love me? I married you, didn't I? Come on, man. You know what I mean? That don't mean that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you do every day. Love is not, it's an action word. It's not just something you decided and you put the ring on and you know what I mean? It's something that you do every day. The reason you get up and you move every day.
I choose you again and again.
Every day.
I choose to keep this union again and again.
Absolutely.
It's worth me doing it again and again. And granted, everybody go through this. None of us are. So it's not like, well, on all ages, all aspects. Old people are tempted.
Right.
Old people are. Young people are. Everybody is. So all of us have to come to a point of making a good decision, of making decisions, moving out. We got to watch this.
Right.
We have to watch what our eyes look at.
Right.
Okay, so now I got to go ahead and just.
Okay, go ahead and get in there. Yeah,
we got to watch what our eyes look at.
Right.
We got to control, because what leads to that? What leads to it? All of this.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is. Everybody. So, like I said, the wall is there. Like he said, the wall is there as a point of reference. Everybody deal with lust.
Right.
And the pride of life.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of life. I want to hit that because I can do it. Because I'm good. And I look good. I can get it.
Right.
I can get away with it.
Well,
exactly.
I'm that dude. I can get it done.
Right. If you can just wake up every day and tell yourself you choosing, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, how I got to be, it seems like it's hard to be a champion. All you got to do is make it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But you said something, bro, real quick. You said something about I can do it. I look good. I think a lot of times that ain't really the reason why they cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what went into that conversation for him to say that. So it could have been that woman making him feel like he was beneath her to the fact that he can't go find nobody else. Mm-hmm. So it could have been, not saying there ain't no excuse to cheat, but it could have been some point where, you know what? Mm-hmm. Let me show you, since you claiming I ain't the guy that can that's for you. I always do this wrong. I can't never do nothing right. Nobody's gonna want me. The key thing is, a lot of women tell a dude, nobody don't want you but me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Nobody gonna put up with you.
I think that fall under that anger or revenge.
Nobody ain't gonna
exactly.
Nobody ain't gonna put up with you but me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody want you. You ain't got no job. You ain't got. That's why you always see a lot of cats, like you said.
Right.
Ain't got a job and doing they dirt, doing their thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because that same chick done threw in his face.
Right.
I take care of you.
Right.
Who ain't nobody gonna take care of you?
Right. It ain't got nothing to do with
not knowing the same, whatever he put on you to get you take care of him with no job. He can put that thing on somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
And live with her without no job.
Right.
So these females be thinking that, okay, my granny already told her what one won't do,
another one will.
Another will. But
Yeah.
so cheating, I think, is no criteria.
Nah,
It can be from kindergarten to damn 70 years old.
Right. Exactly.
It's that individual.
Right.
Period.
Right.
So we're looking at it. We're trying to look at it, but like I said, I want to take it back home to each individual person.
Right.
And how do you move? How do you deal? in today's society. How do you keep yourself from not being on the wall? Now, the fact of the matter is, a lot of us is already on the wall.
Some of us living off the wall.
A lot of us is on the wall, and ain't nobody found out yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to find a good
We
side.
ain't got your picture up
You
here
got to find
tonight.
your good side piece that know her place.
Right. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
See?
Boy, you sick. But
That's what some people doing. They on their way to the wall. Yeah. They on their way, y'all. You think you can get by, you think you can get away with it, but man, listen, if we really do reap what we sow, trust me, that ain't no fallacy.
Okay, so real quick, let me ask you two brothers real quick something. And I swear to God, I thought about this all day today. What is y'all reason? What is y'all what I'm looking for? Definition of cheating. Like, what is considered cheating to y'all? This is what I thought about. This is what I thought about, Jay.
Okay.
We go to Twin Peaks all the time, right?
Okay.
So let's say me and you at the bar, and we see two young ladies look nice as all outdoors.
Okay.
We both married,
Right.
but we decide to send them a drink. Is that considered cheating?
I would say, and of course I'm gonna say this. For me, it's not.
Okay.
For you,
What you say for me?
I'm gonna tell you why I say for you. Because last week we was talking about leverage. See, I'll never forget that you say you talk fast, but I listen and I remember what you said. Now he'll send something over there for leverage.
Right.
Right.
No, but let me tell you one thing about me. I done that plenty of times and never asked a female her name or nothing.
Okay, but if she
Just acknowledge the fact that you two beautiful women
right,
enjoying each other. Let me send y'all a drink from a gentleman on y'all.
right.
Seriously, and never get up and ask you your name, nothing.
What you think about that, Elijah? Is that cheating?
Is that cheating?
I'm gonna say,
Buying this woman a
well, the thing of it is this. So you just sent it because why? You just
Me and
that guy.
Jay chilling. I see them by me and I done them before.
Right.
Yeah.
They over there chilling, they having girl night out. Me and my dog over there chilling. And I see them, the waitress, come to them, and I tell her, come here, mama. Whatever they drinking, next one on me.
Well, I say this: if there's no
Watch this, Jay.
if there's nothing in your heart, if you don't have any planned ideas in your heart, then that's a nice gesture. No more than me opening the door like you passing it.
Holding the door
Okay.
for
Holding the
somebody.
door for a
Right.
female.
Okay.
I do that.
Okay. Now let's say God forbid saying this. What if your wife come home and say, if she drunk, a man sent her a drink today? What you think? What you think his MO was?
He was trying to get.
See, that's so why couldn't it be like me, just an innocent drink?
It could be.
But
I mean,
if she accepted, how you gonna feel? If she accepted it,
my wife wouldn't accept no drink from no man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you. See, you know, my
Right.
when my wife accepted a
I
drink
don't
from a
think
man,
so.
my wife.
no,
would
he
shut
said
it
he
down.
don't think so.
I don't think
So
so.
we're gonna say
I mean,
I don't think
granted, let's say this.
we ain't
'Cause
talking
those-
about communion juice. We
No,
talking about
no.
we talking about a drink.
No, now listen.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. A lot of those, the bystander or the residual, what they call it, the casualty of the residual people that got hurt, the people, the standby people who didn't do anything.
Right.
They had faith in their marriage.
Right.
So that's where you got to be.
Right.
And I got that there too.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right.
I can't live in the bushes looking, seeing what my wife do. That ain't. If I got to do that, we ain't got nothing already. So
Right.
we got problem right there. But as far as back to your question about if you send a drink over, if it depends on where your mind and your heart is. If your mind and your heart saying I'm gonna send a drink, I'm being a nice guy.
Right.
Then that's a nice drink. Okay, well thank you.
Right.
You're a nice guy.
So Jay, what if you with your old lady?
Now if she gone,
Jay, what if you with your old lady? I still send one over there with your old lady. Why you sitting with her?
you gonna do what?
Yeah, that part.
No, you ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna send it back. I'm tell him take this shit back over here to this.
But I had a good heart.
Hey, no, well keep your good heart over there, bro. Your good heart need to stay inside in a good place.
So if a cat sent a drink to your old lady while you drinking,
Oh, bro, if I'm sitting here, bro, I got her drink.
Okay.
I got that. I don't
Hey.
need none of that from over there.
so you ain't gonna set the man
No,
drink. So
we
what?
good.
Brotherhood,
We
man.
good.
It's brotherhood.
No, brother, hell. Talking about brotherhood.
Brotherhood, we boys, man.
No,
he gonna send a
we
bigger
boys.
drink.
You stay over there.
You bought her this one.
Right. Look, man. Look, if I got my lady out, I got her.
Ooh,
I got her.
You
I
won't get
got-
mad.
I got the door. I got the drinks.
That's wrong
I
with
got
brother.
the
We can't get
food,
along.
I
Why
got
brother can't get along?
No,
now?
bro, I ain't bring my lady out to chill with y'all. Y'all
No,
buy
I ain't
soup,
say chill.
drink.
We said you over there with her.
Okay, so what you gonna do if I send your old lady a rose across the thing?
We ain't say rose.
Well, I mean,
We said drink. Send another one. Save me some money.
well, it's an internet. It's ladies' month.
Huh?
It's ladies' month. What would you do? Same scenario.
Personally,
you
me,
shot.
If
She come home drunk. Somebody bought her a drink at the bar.
well, I'm finna go off on her because she shouldn't come home drunk. First of all,
Okay.
she's still my wife.
Okay.
Like I ain't never came home drunk in my life.
Right.
Cause I don't drink
You-
number
I
one.
was gonna say
I
you
don't
don't
drink
I don't drink, so it can't, But I ain't never. Even when I was DJing, I made sure I came on at the right time. Like
Right.
I was never that guy. But to answer your question,
I mean, but what the hell would make you want to send a drink over there? See, you make me want to come talk to you.
yeah, well,
I would leave my table and
yeah.
come talk to you like, man, what,
now I ain't tell you.
like, what's the deal,
listen,
bro?
I ain't
mean,
tell
don't you
listen,
see me sitting
I ain't,
over there?
listen. My answer
A
was
grown-ass man
my
at
answer
the
same
table.
thing as yours. I just want to see where your head was at.
Oh, okay.
Cause I'm gonna ask both of them, do they know each other first
yeah,
of all?
y'all.
We
no,
finna have
you
some
don't.
understanding.
If I'm sitting at the table with, and you gonna send a drink from across the, no, you a bold one, man. I'm gonna bring your drink back. I'm gonna bring it back.
So he the one that
You don't need roll
see,
like
look,
that.
hey,
No,
look,
no.
he the one that make her bring her DISCO100 shirt back to me.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Nah, we gonna,
Wow.
we ain't gonna. But what we ain't finna do is take no picture and text it to him and all. You know what I mean? No. If you see us out in it,
I think.
okay, and we got
Brotherhood, man.
yeah.
Brotherhood ain't the same no more,
No,
man.
that ain't no brotherhood.
See, the white folk be like, "Oh, thank you, sir." And
Right.
So what about
Oh,
some
okay.
both y'all to drink?
Okay. Say if I sing your
What
old
about some
lady
both y'all? What
an
about
edible
some
arrangement on her birthday.
on her birthday? First of all,
Yeah.
how you know it's her goddamn birthday?
Look, okay, 'cause you might have put it on Facebook. Happy birthday to my baby.
Well, if you say out in public, I have no problem with that
But see, I mean,
because I trust you as my brother. Right now, if it was you,
but you said the dude at the bar was a random
I gotta
dude.
find out who partner he is, man.
Okay, so
Dude at the bar guy, he nah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be real. I
y'all
went
real.
off-
He not hit the nerve.
Listen, I went off
He
on
pissed
one.
me off with that,
Listen,
man. You imagine somebody sending your
Jay,
lady
no,
something while
I'm
you sitting
talking that
with her?
trash because I'm gonna tell you something. I had a supervisor at my job. I ain't know this cat from nothing. Like I had just got there, maybe a month in. I pull in the bus. Buddy put up in my chart, my bus and say, "Bro, you got a nice family." I lost it,
How you know your family?
bro. I lost it. He said, "What?" He said, "DJ Disco." I'm like, "Bro, I don't even go by DJ Disco on my page."
Right,
So now I'm from here to here,
right,
like that.
right. You getting in deeper trouble.
Bruh.
Like where you been at all over
So
my
I got off, man. I went like, bro, how the F blood? So he ended up take him to the office.
How he know you?
Man, he said he seen me
He
on
know you
Facebook.
through somebody.
But the thing is, you had to go looking for me to find DJ Disco.
right.
I ain't went by DJ Disco on
Right.
Facebook in 12, 15
Right.
years.
What you want with me?
So,
So,
my
yeah, he
whole
been
point is, when
looking.
you say the word wife,
Right.
that's a whole nother.
Hey.
See, that's a disrespect thing. That's a
Yeah.
disrespect
That
thing.
man
for
said he got a
any
beautiful
Yeah.
family, but I
man.
lost
Anything.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
But back to your question, it depends on where you at with your heart when you buy
you send that
drink.
drink
So
over
you-
there,
I'm gonna send
yeah.
a drink.
Now, if you're
Don't
nice,
send no drink.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm the same. He not pull you.
Yeah. You gonna send a drink?
I'm sending me a drink.
Wow. But I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah, send your
so
drink.
if you, cause see, most men know the deal.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
on the real.
Right.
On the real, most men know the deal from another dude. But like if you opening the door and a lady, like say
Right.
the quick trip,
Right.
I'll do that.
Right.
And my wife,
Oh, yeah,
that's
respect.
who I am.
That's respect,
Right.
man.
That's a female.
Yeah, that's
if I can get the
respect.
dough, I get the dough.
Right.
But I'm just saying though, it depends on where you at in your heart. See, that's the thing that I'm trying to keep it in. It's personal and it's real.
Right.
And what I really want, if we get anything, what I really want people to understand is that we gotta take responsibilities, and this male and female.
Right.
Cause chicks get the same
Stir
way.
up your relationship.
Females are the same way.
Right.
So
Do you think it come from a lack of communication?
yeah, that's
So
part
like
of it.
basically, it's, let's say DISCO100 married his old lady, right? So instead of him addressing her while he upset, he just storm out the house. So now he leave the house upset. Now he at the bar. Now this
That's
chick
how-
come in with some tight jeans on, cleavage out. Hey, babe, how you doing? Why you upset? And then she may say something that he been wanting to hear all week long,
Right.
and she don't even know him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, you tired from work. You a good dude. You coming from work. I can't find a man to work.
Right.
And that house gonna boom.
Right.
Now you just got no argument with your old lady at the crib for something that she may not be sending you all week long.
Right.
Now you hitting in the streets.
Right.
And
So
he
I think-
acted out.
But see, that ain't. But
He
see, to
acted
me,
out.
yeah,
He
but
acted
see,
out. He got mad.
To
He
you,
stormed
what,
out
he
the
went out
house.
and act out.
He
Yeah.
acted out.
So
He
to you,
showed-
to you what, Jay?
I say to me, that's I mean, that's an easy cop out. Cause for me, and this is honestly what I believe in this, and we talking grown up love. We ain't talking about I'm just here to hit it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. When you love somebody and y'all having that, yeah, I could go to that bar and be having a couple of drinks and meet that lady. And I might even tell her, I'm in here, you know, because my girl done pissed me off or whatever. If she keep talking or whatever, and I see she coming from an angle, then my position is, listen, I love my girl.
I'm just upset right now.
Yeah, I'm just upset.
Right.
This conversation ain't leading in that. See, that's manning your feel. You don't let your feelings just flow.
And
You know what I mean? I'm caught up in my feelings. Now here comes somebody looking at me like they, you know, they might make me feel better.
But you know what?
But at the end of the day, I'm already in love with somebody at home. So love is another decision that I'm gonna have to make sitting at this bar with a couple of drinks in me and this female in my face.
But you know what? Usually it don't be the woman. It be the woman that you already been talking to anyway. So usually it be somebody you already got.
It's
that
associate.
you could
Right.
associate you telling your promise to anyway.
Right.
So it ain't. So that's the cheating was already
Right.
building up.
So you saying that the infidelity was already there
It was
because
already there. You just ain't acting
it was
on
an
it.
emotional.
And you ain't acting on it yet until that last thing hit. But you already had that person on ice.
So
Anyway.
so it's wrong to commit, and I'm Elijah. You can comment on that. Is it wrong to build that emotional connection? Is that a form of
Talking about with another female.
with another female or male?
That's
you know,
good.
some females be like, "Hey, I just got this male friend that I talk about
That's a good
too."
question.
Yeah.
Or every time we get in an argument, I call him just so he can help me understand men.
Yeah.
No, you got that dude trying to tell you
Yeah.
how your dude think you got some problems.
Yeah. I'm asking because you know why? The person who you should be talking to is the person you just blew up on and walked out on.
So when we have guys talk,
Right. Now, I mean, men, because I don't
Guys
think you
talk,
going
but y'all ain't talking about
I mean,
that. Y'all talking about
if
no, I'm talking about men. I'm talking about even me and you, Jay. When we have
Yeah.
guys talk,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Jay, man, I don't know what to do next.
yeah.
I'm not wrong for going to one of my brothers saying, bro, you know,
Right.
I want to vent to you. What you think
Right.
I should
No,
do?
No,
ain't
that's
nothing
cool.
wrong.
But I'm
saying a
saying if you
female.
got that a female,
Oh, okay.
and y'all, you know, and she, oh, you know, Disco, I hate when you go through this. I just, you know, let's meet and have some drinks.
Because a lot of
Now,
times,
now you know, and I mean, ain't nothing. I understand men and women can
Right.
have, you know,
Yeah.
platonic
Relationship.
friendships.
okay, go ahead. They
But you
can.
want
And-
to, and see, this is the thing right here, and I think men should look at their marriage and their relationship like this. By any means necessary, I'ma defend it.
Right.
So if these platonic female friends get too close or start feeling kind of flirty, by any means necessary, I'ma defend my relationship, even if I've got to push that back.
Gotta shut it down.
You done got a little too close to me, little mom. We getting a little too familiar.
Right.
I got a term that I always share with my significant other, and I say be friendly but not familiar. It's okay. I don't mind you saying hey to my friends and all this and that, but don't be familiar to where they, you know,
Yeah.
all in your business and know where you're coming and going. And, no,
No, you don't.
know?
You don't share stuff like that, in my opinion,
Right.
with the stuff that you talk to your mate about, because that's your mate, that's your helpmate. Y'all are one flush, and what y'all do is y'all business. In that, I wouldn't, because what happens 9 times out of 9, I ain't gonna say. You have to be careful with these opposite sex female friends, because
Male friends too. You better be careful.
To me, now,
careful.
you can say what you want to say, but to me, in my mind,
Right.
that's just an unwise move. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
That's just me.
If the security of my home, and that's how you always got to think, man. Oh, hey, it may not be the perfect world, but it's mine. And I'm going to defend it on every ground. I ain't finna let no sidestepping, side slipping, nothing
Come in here.
come up in here and mess up what I got. Now, like I said, we may not be perfect, and we may go behind these walls and you know, have to work through some things. But that's what we do. I protect that environment to give us the space to do that. I ain't got your hand in here. I ain't got my, you know, my sister hand in here, my friend's opinion in here. It's just me and you. You know, because I think when you know, allow all of that, I mean, that's the short road.
And you got to realize, lust is a substitution for love. Lust is a substitution for love. That's what the god of this world offers. He don't offer love. Right. He offer lust.
So you think, do you fall in lust first or love first?
It depends. If you see a good looking woman and you want to talk to her, I don't see no problem with that.
Because the Cookie Monster ain't getting your attention.
But it's where you at.
Right. Right.
But see, you know what?
I think for me, you notice the person.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then for me, at the same time, when you mature,
you
notice the person, but you better pay attention. Because pretty things can hell come in pretty packages, bro. I'm telling you can catch raw hell.
That's why we always right here. I'll give
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, at a certain age, you know that there's something coming with that.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you ain't thinking about nothing that's coming with that, but the curves, the breasts, the
all
thighs.
that glitter is not gold.
And it's crazy to say this. I'm gonna be on record and say this. If God forgive, if I get divorced right now, my next one gonna be a goddamn 5.
So you gonna get a 5?
I'm getting a 5 with good credit. The hell with all that. I ain't dealing with nothing past 5.
Oh my God.
No.
I want me a Cookie Monster with a good job and good credit. I'm good.
That ain't what. Hey, we talking about infidelity, how to stomp it out.
Right.
So it'll never end up being an issue.
I gotta throw something out there. Right?
And we circling the wagons around the marriages tonight. But I'm gonna get to another one that they got. Commitment issues. They say commitment issues.
Okay.
Oh.
Is another reason people are and I find that interesting because they committed enough to get married. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know. But I think that go with society and what people expect of us and all this and that.
Do you think that's upbringing, OJ?
It can be.
Because like
it can be. I know so many people got married because they got somebody pregnant.
Grandma started.
And they grew up in the church.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was like, okay, well, you got pregnant. That was one wrong. Then you ran and married the wrong person. So that's two. And the two wrongs didn't make it right. But to everybody else in the situation, it looked like the right thing to do. Y'all been wilding in the bed. Don't even know. We ain't even talked about what led you to the bed. Lust could have led you to the bed. And we going to make you marry the bed of lust that you know. I mean, you have to think about it. It's some stuff that's been done. You know what I mean?
And
that's deep, bro.
That was mistakes done.
Those were mistakes. We were ignorant. And that's why I say when you know better, you do better.
Right.
So, you know, that's what we...
So a young fool shouldn't be no old fool.
No, don't go old and be no fool.
Yeah.
Don't go old and be no fool.
They got them like that, though.
Right. So commitment issues, lack of interest in committing long term, wanting a more casual relationship, and there are some people out there that just won't. I was talking to a brother about this the other day at the shop, and me and one other brother, and everybody was talking. Oh, you know, well, you got to do this for relationships, and when you want to be with somebody, and the brother came out and I felt it. He was like, man, everybody don't want to be married.
Right.
Everybody don't want that. What about the people that don't want that?
Right.
You know, so you can't jump it in the assumption when you out there, and you need to take your time enough to recognize this person got commitment issues. Are they a legacy person? Are they talking about long-term plans with me? If I ask them about the future, do they get lost because they can't imagine me in your future?
Back to the infidelity, and I can't say the word infidelity question. How long do you deal with it? And how many chances do you give someone?
That's a good one. Elijah, what you got for that? Word?
That's personal, but I'll tell you what the book say. That is one of the things that you can get a divorce on. So, and I can understand that because if it's still in the same place where it started at. It started up here, and if I can't forgive you and let it go, then we gonna have problems. Because the first time you supposed to be at home at 5 o'clock and I don't see you till 8 o'clock.
Right.
Or your phone dead.
My phone was dead.
We got to fight like you gonna get a fight like you just went through all that.
Like you just left dude's house.
Right. And so I get that. But I think that's based on what you gonna deal with, how you gonna deal with it. It's based on the person. I would seek counseling, but I know I could tell you about me. I don't think it'd be hard. It'd be real hard. Because it's a hurting thing.
So one shot quitter.
That trust hurts.
So one shot quitter.
You break trust, that's a hard thing to build.
Trust it comes
so
slow.
What if you caused that trust issues?
Okay, so like I said, those are kind of things. Like I said, counseling things.
So what if
you caused that? And I can get a backlash big time for saying this. What if you caused that trust issue with this dude, a female, did what she did because of lack of.
If you want to stay in there, in my opinion, then you gotta deal with it. It's something that you caused.
Yeah.
If she's trying to forgive you,
you gotta work.
No,
gotta
you missed my question. What
if you
she,
caused the trust issue and she's still sweating you, cause
no, if you or she caused the person to go out and do what they did because of the treatment, because of the lack of that you're not doing for that person when it was presented you 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
right. So you saying that okay, we got a situation.
Okay, I see.
And I done came to you 1,000 times and told you this particular behavior you got me throwed, and you still ain't changed the behavior.
So
that's what you saying?
Yeah.
The way you
so
treat.
Then I go. That falls back to the anger and revenge.
Okay. So that got a lot to do with a lot of that's
some real shit. I mean,
that's real.
I'm sitting here talking to you, and then because when you're in a relationship, it's like, oh, okay, and because people look at, oh, well, you married, I ain't got to, I can poop on you every day. So, and if I'm coming to you saying, okay, well, here's the issue, and this is something we need to work on, and we trying to change, and you just treating it like it ain't nothing. I think at some point you have to. It depends on, and this is how you stand with your integrity. And that's why I tell people, listen, you will be removed, okay? Because what I won't allow you to do is make me a cheater.
All right.
I'm gonna be the man that I am, and I don't give a damn how it look. Me getting rid of you, you got to go, because I'm not finna be stuck in a situation where I'm saying, can you meet me halfway, and you're not, and refusing to, and leaving me vulnerable.
You compromising.
Yeah, you compromising me.
You compromising the way I move.
You compromising the relationship. We are compromised. Now, I would try to find out why you don't want to meet me halfway. I try to get some counseling as to how we can work this out. But at the end of the day, if you can't change that behavior, I'm not finna live incomplete or live with, living with you, and my desire or my happiness is locked somewhere away from me.
So
I don't believe nobody's called to live like that.
So to answer your question, that what we were saying is, if something you did, something I did that caused you to cheat, all that is anger. All that is you acting out, you mad at me.
Right.
Something that don't hold water with me. That wouldn't hold with me. That wouldn't hold water, because that don't make sense. I don't care how mad I get. I still love my wife. I ain't finna go and go do nothing.
Right.
Like that.
But I mean, okay, and see, I'm just gonna give I'm gonna give the something a name. Say if the something was drinking.
Okay.
And again, alcohol, you go to work or whatever, you come home, but every night you get drunk and you fall asleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And she want a little bit more than that. Okay, well, this is all you do when you off, you drink and you fall asleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's just what you stuck in that mode. And she's saying, okay, I need more from you. Let's do date night. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, you leaving her vulnerable.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the something can, and if she do go cheat, the person who was drunk can be mad, but you got to look at yourself. You got to see what you was refusing to bring to the table that was needed.
Okay, so that's, okay.
Well,
I'm going to tell you like this. At the same time, well,
two wrongs don't make it right.
That's exactly what was running through my head. Two wrongs ain't.
It ain't gonna make it right.
We can't start wrong and think we're gonna end. To me.
Right.
So that's like I said, infidelity, all of those things, whether you gonna go or what happened, it's based upon you.
Right.
It started. It may have started with you, or it may have started with somebody. But these are questions that you got to deal with. I would suggest strong counseling. Somebody that don't know neither one of you, and just because you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to, because it's a lot in the balance. And I know. I ain't gotta say I know his disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's a lot in the balance, because when families are broken up and the trust is gone,
Right.
You don't even want that fight. You don't even want that. And a lot of people think that their situation is bad.
Right.
But as bad as you think it is, when your trust is gone, when the sanctity of that marriage is gone, what the bottom of the bricks that hold it together are eroding.
And there are a lot of pieces to it.
Yeah.
We really have to learn what it means to be in union and what marriage means. But we're gonna jump on another one. Unmet needs.
Ooh.
Unmet needs. Okay, sometimes one or both partner needs intimacy, needs for intimacy go unmet in a relationship. Many people choose to stay in a relationship, often hoping things will improve, especially if the relationship is otherwise fulfilling. Okay?
How do unmet needs go? I mean,
unmet
if-
needs
go ahead.
might happen when partners have different sex drives.
Okay.
One partner can't have sex or doesn't have interest in sex.
Mm.
One of both partners often spend time away from home. And then we're going to throw this out here too. Unmet emotional needs can also motivate infidelity. Emotional infidelity can be tricky to define, but it generally refers to a situation where someone invests a lot of emotional energy in someone besides their partner.
Emotional infidelity. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's a real deal. It's a real deal. Sexual desire. A simple desire to have sex can motivate some people to cheat. Period. A simple desire, basically lust, can lead. Now, the last one was a lack of sex. That's the different one. Now, some people can be getting sex, but then this one here said sexual desire. So you can still be getting it and see something else, and the lust just kick in, that desire.
So that's like what that is that
like a
sex
turbo
addict or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting it at home, but it just a desire for sex. Wow. They're driven by the lust, basically. It says a simple desire to have sex can motivate some people to cheat. Other factors include opportunity or unmet sexual needs. May also play a part in infidelity that is motivated by desire.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think if that's something to think about.
I'm gonna hit you with this one while they thinking about it. Here go another one. Wanting variety. What you think about that, D? Want variety.
Yeah, you want their own cake and eat it too.
Well, I mean, I done heard somebody say before, man, when I got married, I decided that I was gonna come home to this same woman the rest of my life. Some people still got married with that mindset.
Wow.
And they really still want variety.
Why would you?
Why would you go get married?
I mean,
or why would you be in a relationship?
You know why? Because they had and I'm gonna say this the best way I can. Growing up, we all heard that term, in-house P.
Right.
It was something that was put out there. Make sure you got some in-house P. So a lot of times, if you know what P stand for, I don't want to say it.
Right.
A lot of times when you get married or something, you made sure you took care of that.
Right.
You made sure that everything was put in place. You create that leverage. So that in place won't go nowhere.
Right.
So you put that person that position
They
where
gonna hold a position.
They gonna hold that position down. But you put them in, get that leverage where you always had that in-house P.
Right.
But they weren't going nowhere because the position you put them in. So you go out there and play the field in because you knew that you had that right there and wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
And times done changed now because now the in-house P making more than you.
Right.
She got the corporate job.
Right.
She got the banging body.
Right. Or she on Instagram and she got other people that want to see it.
Correct. She
So
got
coming
attention
out
from
your
everybody
house.
else.
Right.
So that's where that's why I think all of the domestic violence coming from now.
Right.
Because the role
Game done flipped on them.
game done flipped.
Right.
So I always grew up hearing
Right.
the in-house P.
Right.
Like from my home, my older cats.
Pimps out here crying and
So
chasing.
the role have changed.
Right. The pimp out here chasing.
So now female.
She's him, and
Yeah.
the roles have changed, and he wants.
You know why?
I kill you.
You know
Right.
why? You know why the roles has changed? Because there's so many cats who ain't got their shit in order. That's why the role done changed. Like for instance, the chick that came the other day talking about her dude and not change the tire.
Right.
Or when you seeing the dudes sitting in the car while they pump the gas.
Right.
So what woman can replace that?
Right.
What woman can replace the cat who can't keep a job?
Right. You can definitely replace.
You know what I'm saying?
that.
So
Right.
the roles has changed. So it ain't no more.
They ain't just sitting at the house happy to
Nah.
have a man no more. They know
Nah.
what to do.
They got a man for their own
Got their
convenience.
Instagram page. They gonna upload
Now,
some
some
pictures.
don't get me wrong. Now, some got a man don't know how to treat that man.
Right.
So it go both ways
Right.
now. Some
Right.
got a man, but they listen to the girlfriend
Right.
who in the streets, corrupt, going man, who buying the person, who buying this. That's a whole nother show. But
Right.
answer your question, Jay, that's what happened with that part, bro. That's what happened. You get complacent with the guaranteed, and you start just,
Right.
Okay.
it's kind of like throwing a touchdown pass to that same receiver every game.
Check this one out, D. Wanting this one here is low self-esteem. Okay, wanting a boost
I can see that.
wanting to boost their self-esteem can also motivate infidelity.
I can see that because if your right hand person ain't your number one fan, you may find a number one fan out in the streets. If your right hand person ain't telling you what you want to hear and build up you,
Right.
you can find that in the streets.
Right.
So that's easily done.
Right. That's
So-
basically what happened at, hey, pretty
That's
mama,
basically done.
yeah.
Basically done. Like
You done messed around and somebody done told your old lady she beautiful and
Yeah.
you ain't telling her.
for instance, if you sick, and everybody know you sick that know you, and the only person if you sick, everybody but the person you with,
Right.
that small stuff like that.
Right.
And I can see that happening. Like it's
The
easy.
stuff that's not done.
It's
stuff
easy.
that's overlooked.
Yeah, the small stuff. The telling your wife or your husband, thank you.
Right.
Appreciate you. I need you in my life. All that stuff mean a lot. When you hear most stuff from the streets, when you do your own house, that's easily that I'm not saying it's excusable,
Right.
but that's one of the easiest vulnerabilities you can get.
Say many people who cheat because of low self-esteem issues have loving, supporting partners who offer compassion and encouragement, but they think they want to say that. Wait, they have to say that, or they just want me to feel better.
Two reasons for that. It can be she's saying it and ain't no action put behind it, or he just a damn fool.
I'm going to say, wow.
Because people, it's like somebody praying. I tell you all day long, you can pray all day long, but if you don't put the action behind it, me watching you pray ain't doing me no good to think you a biblical person. So basically, if you talking the game but ain't putting nothing behind it, like, I love you very much, but you ain't going to no games I coach or whatever they say. Or I love you very much, but you ain't going to support him doing this. That's what your mouth saying. But your action ain't going behind it.
Right.
Vice versa, G.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about, and I know we've talked about it, and we put a lot of stuff out there, and I was just kind of holding back a little bit.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
To talk about how you can deal with some of this stuff.
Right. We've talked about a lot of the reasons.
Yeah, I want to talk about how you can deal with some of the stuff. One of the things is, like I said, I'm a firm believer in that. You got to learn how to control your receptacles. If you got a problem, people have problems, and they don't have nobody to talk to. That's why I believe in counseling. But at the same time, I think one of the things that help you overcome this, you got to be aware of boredom and stress. A lot of people have sex as a reliever of stress, and everybody who don't deal with stress,
Right.
Another thing is to have a purposeful life. I wanted to read this a little bit. Got something I wrote down here.
Okay.
Having how to overcome lust. Lust. How to overcome lust. Live a purposeful life. A life with purpose leaves no time for dancing with sin.
That's a great one.
A
That's good.
purposeful life. When you're
Right.
about something, the way you
Right.
move, the way that you carry yourself. And I go back to the morality part. We feel like because we feel a certain way, we have got up all in our feelings. I would say, come out your feelings.
Right.
Come out your feelings. Get in touch with you and get in touch with your creator. I put it like that because everybody that I know. Also, realize that lust is a substitution for love.
Right.
If you hot and if you just hot and you want it, you got to understand that ain't love. That's lust, and you got to work on that. You got to deal with that. Stop looking, because all that's out there. And it was just funny. My mind is going back to when we covered this. That was just funny.
I mean, it was just
It was one of those things. But that's the way it happened, and it's that easy.
Right. It's that easy.
And it's
To
with
be
everybody.
distracted. Right.
get
Everybody
discouraged.
that cheat don't, you know, I mean, all the guys out here that's cheating. I mean, look at Jay on the screen. Beyonce ain't ugly, ain't got nothing to do with,
No.
you know, she was unfulfilling.
No.
I mean, maybe it's something on some level, but, you know, sometimes it's egotistical, like we were just saying. Some
But you don't
people
know what
want
she did.
variety. We don't know what she is behind closed doors. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We don't know. You know what I mean?
But
But
can you imagine? I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I bet she an asshole behind scenes, man.
You think she?
I can, cause she
could be, but a lot of people say that about pretty girls. A lot of people say that, and
I bet she probably, she
as a
can't tell her
connoisseur
nothing, man.
of pretty women.
She got a lot of drama.
I bet you can't tell her nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
And he probably saying, "Babe, I'm a billionaire, bro. Like,
Right.
come on, are you serious?"
Right.
And you, like I said, people put these people on these platforms. They got
Right.
just as many problems.
They
as you.
human. Yeah.
Right.
They human.
They
That's
just on TV.
exactly.
That's all.
And see, that's why I'm saying it don't make no difference what your particular background, because you got politicians, all of them educated on some level.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't about that. What matters in the moment is the decision that you make. You can know everything in the world. You can have the biggest head in the world with all the knowledge in it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes time for you to respond, still make the wrong decision. You know what I mean? So it don't matter about that. You have to be committed to something like, this is me. Like, there are certain things that you can say to yourself you'll never do. I done been around a lot of drug addicts. I done seen people do cocaine. And, I done seen all kind of stuff, But I done told myself that's something I would never do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once you make certain decisions about who you are and what you ain't gonna do, and guess what? Long as I'm in this relationship with this woman, I'm faithful to her. Mm-hmm. Now, will there be a lot of things that's gonna challenge that? Absolutely.
Every day.
Absolutely. But like I was saying a few minutes ago, by any means necessary, I'm gonna be faithful. Now that might make me come in and say, look, baby, I just, you said something funny to me, and I ain't lying. I was in my car and I felt like calling Susie sidestep.
Right.
And make a little sidestep. You know what I mean? But be honest and expose yourself.
Right.
That's the important part of your, of protecting your relationship. The transparency. Some of the things we talked about before when we talk about relationships.
People don't like to tell on themselves.
Yeah, tell on yourself.
It's
What you gonna
unpopular.
do?
People
Right.
don't like to say, and I tell you another thing. All of those people has flaws and things that they should know about.
Right.
When you're able to expose the ugly in you, that's why it's so important to be able to get somebody you can talk to and to know who you are.
Right.
Because you look, I'm cool. Everybody think I'm this, but this is who I really am.
Right.
That's who I am in the street. I'm Gerrard, but this is who I really am.
Really am at home.
At home, this is the real person.
Right.
And so what happens is a lot of times those guys people let the guy out there try to live in that house, and it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that. Man, be you. Be 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be the person you are.
Right.
And if you can start off honesty and say, hey, look, I got a problem.
Right.
I like da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
To me, this is just my opinion. I think your mate or your wife ought to know you better than anybody else.
You know what's so crazy about that? I'm glad you said that. The lifestyle I live, if you go on my webpage, you'll see me with 1,000 women. So everybody that don't know me is like, man, how that man wife do this? Because she know me.
Mm-hmm.
She know how far I'm going to take it.
Right.
And that's the lifestyle I live. When she met me, I was DJing. I was flirting. I'm a flirt.
Right.
I'm a natural flirt. But that's where it stop at.
Right.
I'm going to say, how you doing, mama? How you doing, little queen? And when I say Spanish woman, I kiss her on the cheek. That's just my culture.
Right.
But I tell cats she can never call these phones.
Right.
Because all these cats want to wonder why, how the hell.
Right.
They don't understand.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. How you feel? How would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot?
If
would
I
you be
met-
able to deal with that?
Matter of fact, I'm glad you asked that question.
Okay.
If I met her as a singer, a R&B person, I know the territory come with that,
Okay.
right? So I got to accept that.
Okay.
Now, I'm the kind of cat, I know my old lady ain't no affectionate person.
Okay.
She ain't no hugger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she see my homeboy, she may give him a little dap or a little chest, a hug. But now I'm the type of person, now if you hug a cat in front of me, now I'm finna ask questions because that's not in you.
Right.
Right.
Now I'm wondering what making you want to hug this cat because you seen 5 cat walk by, you
'Cause
ain't
that
speak
ain't
to.
even your nature.
That
you
ain't
saying?
who
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
You know,
Right.
like
right.
her motto to me, I'm officer friendly.
Right.
She always say, I know wherever your ass was at, you done hugged the 30 women, you done kissed them people, you know, you done took 1,000 pictures. That's me. But I you know what I'm saying? I come home every night. I'm glad to say 17 years I've been away from the crib, 2 nights.
I heard somebody say this, and I'll say this. They say men don't really get it till they hit their 30s.
Get what?
They late. I mean, you know, as far as maturing and making because I mean, listening to you, you make a decision. You made a decision to come home. You make a decision, like you were saying, to defend your marriage.
It ain't got nothing to really with her. No, all due respect to her. When I was single, I had that mindset. At 24 years old, I brought my behind home before 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Being single because of life.
You gonna respect your
I mean,
house.
I ain't saying I ain't doing it for my respect my crib, but before she came along, I was never that cat. I was, man, drop me off at the crib, bro. Y'all got to go.
Right.
I done went to the club with y'all. We done seen what we done seen. If I ain't got what I'm getting at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going home.
Right.
That's always been me. Now, I'm for real. I'm a party pooper. Drop me off. Y'all keep it riding.
Right.
Well, what I'm saying, and I
I'm
see
sorry.
what you're saying. No, you good. What I was saying was like, you make a decision to defend what you got. And I was trying to get to that, what they call that 80-20 rule. That 20% out there in the street, you got too much. You got too much at the house. And you make a
80
decision.
for the 20.
No,
I got different.
That's just bad math.
I got different percentage for you though.
What you got? 50-50?
I go by 90-10, but it's a different rule. I tell folks all day long, my particular situation, the 10% I do, the flirting, the pictures, my old lady can deal with that 10%. Cause I put in 90 everywhere else.
At the house. Okay.
Period. Period. So she can tolerate that 10.
Right.
Cause my 90 outweigh that 10.
Right.
All day long.
And
that's what them cats mess up at.
right.
They going 50-50, but
Right.
50% wrong,
Right.
50 right. That don't add up in their
Right.
eyes.
And then if they got 3, they 50,
when you love her.
25. Like, come on,
They got
man.
the whole pocket.
Yeah, you got a whole mess, man.
I believe you should cover her. When you love her, you shouldn't
Cover her.
She shouldn't have. You shouldn't. When I say cover, I mean cover her. She shouldn't be worrying about you. You shouldn't give her reason to worry.
Well, some women
and not saying that you're doing it and not and you're doing something and she don't catch
Secure
you.
her.
Some women,
Yeah.
nah.
gotta
Cause some,
secure in that relationship.
no. Some women wake up. Some women wake up
With the shit.
with the shit. They wake up with. You can be going to work every day, and they waking up insecure about their own personal self, and that's that's the hardest thing to deal with.
Yeah.
You give them everything they want, but they waking up 3 or 4 in the morning insecure about life in general.
You know what? And I believe that comes from them.
Thank you very much.
That comes from them.
Thank you very much.
And if you're dealing with that, more power to you. But that comes from them.
Right.
Because if you ain't doing, and I've heard of that too. But like, man, I ain't. Dudes like, man, I ain't looking.
But see, that's the thing. That's part of the two of us understanding.
Right.
You know,
Right.
a woman is a whole bag of emotions too, man. And I think as brothers, we have to realize that. And not, I'm not saying that to take anything away from a woman's intellect at all, and all the good that she brings to the table. But women are a bag of emotions that most men are not experienced in handling. You know what I mean? Their moods, the way they operate, everything means something on 3 and 4 levels. You know what I mean? Men, we not that complicated. We really not that complicated. We simple, like very simple.
And they don't understand that, Jay.
And they don't understand.
Well, all we want to hear.
That's another
Listen,
show. What they
no,
don't know.
we gonna do the same show.
They don't know.
All we want to hear sometimes is damn thank you.
Right.
Like we go to the store to get something at the grocery store.
Right.
Cause we the man get in the car, go grocery shopping.
Right.
Damn it, if it's the wrong brand, damn it, it's just the wrong brand.
Right.
Just say, baby, I appreciate you,
Right.
but
I still had to go to the store,
Yeah.
get out the car,
you know what I'm
stand
saying?
in the line,
Come on,
put the
man.
mask on,
It's
all
the,
of that.
It's the simple stuff. What up, man?
Right.
Thank
Right.
you. I love you. How was your day?
Right.
Simple stuff.
Right.
Wow.
Simple stuff.
Yeah. But you have to understand, back to that point though, you have to understand, and like some women do wake up like that. But you know what, baby, what's really going on? That's how I would approach it. What's really going on?
Right.
And how in
Sometimes-
the hell you waking up
But see,
in the morning?
sometimes you don't
Do
want.
I, you know, and
Jace,
I mean,
sometimes you don't know the answer because it's gonna be like, damn, where
don't
did that
wanna
come
hear the
from?
answer.
Because you don't know where that came from.
Right.
Oh, hell,
Right.
We don't necessarily like going to having those conversations.
right. Who that, mama? Yeah, I do.
We don't like having those conversations.
Right. Right.
De lo más bien, ¿y tú? You know I had to call in on the subject, right?
Hey,
How you
mama.
doing?
Good. How are you?
How's everybody?
All right.
Good. We're well. Glad to hear your
Thank
voice.
God. Listen, my son can tell you, I'm 64 now, but I was drop dead gorgeous.
Mm.
And I was so insecure of myself because at one moment in my life, I had a man that was so jealous that all he did was knock me down, didn't like the way I had my hair, didn't like my perfume, and made me feel so
Put it down.
insecure that I never realized when I look at the pictures now just how beautiful I was, and I put up with that crap.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times you're saying women are complicated
Absolutely.
depending on how they were raised,
Right.
depending how they feel about themselves. But you find sometimes these idiots out there that because I've dealt with such jealous men,
That's true.
because I am Cuban born, and there's nothing more jealous than a Latin man.
Right.
No matter how good looking they are, they will wait with their beach towel open by the edge of the water so nobody can see you in your bikini.
Right. Wow.
Back in the day.
Wow.
But when you're talking about infidelity, if you are home and you're married, and I've been married, and if you have a husband that makes you feel good about yourself and your self-esteem and is your partner, no matter if The Rock is in front of you, Vin Diesel in front of you, or Denzel Washington in front of you,
Right.
you're not going to even pay attention to them. However, if you got someone next to you that shows no interest, that is not even interested in what you're doing during the day, is not next to you, doesn't give you any attention, any nothing, then you know what? You're gonna sidestep.
And you saying this as the woman? Or you speaking from the woman's position, right?
This is my personal feeling.
Okay.
Because it makes you feel so bad,
Right.
and then you go out and you say, "My God, this one's telling me how pretty I am."
Right.
Because not only was I pretty, I was intelligent. I had a great job. I raised I raised a wonderful son.
Right.
I mean, I had it going on.
Right.
Well, I still got it going on. I'm 64, but it's on both sides. Because
Right.
if you come home to that.
Right.
You come home to that, and all they got to do is they criticize you. You make one mistake, and they have to make a comment about that. They don't say anything nice to you. I mean, come on.
Right.
And then you go to work, and you got a good-looking boss. I'm not saying that I ever cheated because I didn't.
Right.
But, it takes both.
Right. And I think a lot of men feel like it's inconceivable that a woman would come to that point.
Right.
And then if it happened, she's just a whore or this and that. When
but you know what?
sometimes you push them there.
She would never do that to
That's
me.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It goes both ways.
Absolutely.
I have to tell you one thing that happened to me a long time ago when I was young. I always had very jealous boyfriends. And I'll never forget the day that I was with my friends. I used to work at a phone company, and it was about 6 of us at a happy hour, and O.J. Simpson came in the same bar. And he bought my table a round of drinks. And I made the mistake of telling my boyfriend at the time, and he went ballistic.
But he bought the whole table of drink.
But he bought
Oh, we went back to that's the same drink. But this O.J. Simpson.
But I was telling O.J. Simpson, number 32, Buffalo Bills, come on, give me he went ballistic.
He went. He mad at the juice.
Anyway, that's my thing, and it goes both ways, fellas.
Absolutely.
You pay attention to your wives or girlfriends, and you make them feel like crap, and they're not interested. And when you have to say it goes both ways. It's not always a man cheat.
Right.
I'm not saying that I cheated.
Right.
But you know what? It goes both ways.
That's
It does.
right.
Okay, mommy.
Anyway, all right, sweetheart.
Thank-
God bless you guys.
Thank you, Mom.
All right.
Thanks for the call.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. I'm going to tell the truth now. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
But
fellas.
nigga,
Y'all-
that's that drink again.
But yeah, I mean, she took it back to the drink. She said the
sure
dude was
did.
jealous. She said who the dude was. She made it real clear that he was one of them short throat cats. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
so-
you know, like I said, like brother said, it go. I think a lot of times it goes to the insecurity of a particular person on both platforms. A lot of
Right.
people that's insecure themselves, they may cheat to get some rising about themselves if they
To
can
feel
still,
better, yeah.
they can still do it.
Right,
Cause you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you may throw an outfit on,
right,
nobody can't tell you nothing.
right,
But you go to the mall and not one person look at your behind.
right.
Yeah.
But some of these cats now, because you got brothers, and it's just going back to what Mama was just talking about. That don't pay your old lady no attention.
Now that's
You ain't saying nothing about her. She, I mean, pay attention to the smell. I pay attention to the scent.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna know when you done change your smell up or whatever. But you don't pay attention to that. And then as soon as she get up and get dressed to go out somewhere to do something, where you going with that on? You see what I'm saying? You create.
But you know what though, Jay?
You create
Listen
the
to me.
situation, bro.
Listen to me.
We create stuff and then we be mad.
No.
at what we done made.
I don't agree with you because let me tell you something.
Okay, come on with
I'm
it.
gonna tell you why. You know, I want some smoke today too.
Okay, come on.
Listen, because sometimes, like a lot of women, they'll let themselves be raggedy all week long. They'll go out with you, with looking like any goddamn thing.
Well, that's what you have
Hold
to
on,
check. Yeah.
that's my whole point.
Yeah.
Now, they'll go out. You know, when I was dating back in the days, you put on a what they call them things. Dad,
The
first,
bonnet.
all that type of shit. We a boyfriend, girlfriend. You wear that with me.
Right.
But then when your girlfriend say, let's go out somewhere, now you want to put the bodysuit on.
Right.
That's when I be like, hold up.
Right.
Who the hell you going to impress? Because
Right.
I'm your man, but you throw the damn thing on the cap on your head.
Right.
Or your weave halfway done.
Right.
Your fingernails mismatching.
Right.
This back in my young days.
Right.
But your homegirl, your cousin them called you to go out. Now you going to put on a bodysuit. That's when I'm going to say,
Bro,
like,
you had to, if you see it, you got to call
Hey.
it. You got to call it.
hey.
You got
Women
to call
do
it.
Women do it too now. Like
You got to call it. I'm going to tell you this, and this ain't even got nothing to do with clothes, right quick.
All right.
I'm sitting in the house with somebody. Okay, we chilling at the crib. It's all we at the house chilling. Okay, we sitting on the couch watching TV and some clothes on the couch with us watching TV. All right, bunch of clothes. Okay, got a phone call, the old friend about to stop by for a minute or whatever.
Uh-oh.
They get up, go to staring and want to clean up. So I'm sitting there like, why in the hell do it matter if they see this shit?
Ooh. Say that.
And I've been sitting here with you and you know what I mean? Same thing. But that's what, you know what I'm saying? When you giving less than what you know is deserved, you open yourself up to all of that, man. You open yourself up to all of that. How are you gonna jump? Listen, you shouldn't, and then you shouldn't make it to where your man is noticing something like that. Okay, well, I'm going out with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll out the bed.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll check
Yeah.
that. You know what? You
Yeah.
can you know what?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Because this all the energy you got for me, we ain't even got to do this.
Right.
We ain't got to do it. We ain't got to do it. You know? So it's a lot of sides to that, man. It really is. But it's you deciding that I'm gonna put more here in this place of value. That goes back to the sitting at the bar being mad at my girl, and here go a 8 sitting next to me trying to get to know me. Listen, babe, I'm upset, but I'm going home. It's a quality decision I made a long time ago.
Straight 5.
Exactly. It's what you say, that's 5?
I'm going straight 5.
Right.
Ain't that
So you
happening.
going straight 5?
Straight 5.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
You want one of
Hey,
those?
man.
Somebody ain't gonna lift their head up. But see,
Oh, my
Cookie
goodness.
Monster all
right,
day long.
Right. Well,
Cookie Monster, good credit.
Low self.
right.
I get it.
Right.
Hey,
That's what he said. It's 5. Right.
Low self-esteem,
Right.
ain't got no ambition. Just,
Right.
You know.
nah, that's a headache, right? You talking about? Nah.
But
It ju-
there's
go
a
ahead.
lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of quality good reasons. And that's why I think, like, even with us talking about relationships coming into it before this show, knowing yourself and choosing the right person to
Right.
make. And once you made those quality decisions, once you've made those quality decisions yourself, and I think we had this conversation coming in, and Elijah said to me, people get caught up in their feelings.
Right.
Forget what you feel. Mm-hmm. What do you know? Right. And get to know these people that you are bringing into your life. Get to know them on a real level. Get to know all the different things. We didn't even get through all of the things. Find out what the sex drive is. Find out if they want to have a date night. Find out if they're dealing with a low self-esteem. Find out what you're getting into.
Right. That's why you want to find that out before you get busy.
Right.
Because you don't know what you're getting into.
Right.
You don't know what their past. And I'm going to tell you, their past should stay their past. Leave that alone because you need to deal with me on the right now. Mm-hmm. But you still need to know the person you're dealing with.
Right.
If you don't, God help you, for real. Because you don't know who they are. They might have fantasies. They might have, they could be loaded with any different number of different things. That he hit on a bunch of things that could, just want sex, no sex.
Right.
Or whatever the case may be. So it's important to work on relationships, and even married folks.
Right.
You got to keep that working. You got to keep
especially
that up.
Married people.
Yeah.
If you're in a covenant, and I'm gonna say this about marriage because of my faith in God and where I stand as a child of God, that if you are in covenant in a marriage, commit yourself to that. Make a quality decision to choose that every time. Make a quality decision to choose that person. If it costs, you figuring out what it looks like to love or learning how to love that person better.
Right.
All that's going to do is add to you and add to your marriage, to your relationship. So we talked about this tonight, not to shame a bunch of people,
right,
but just to show you it don't matter where you're coming from or where you at. This particular thing can touch any, from the preacher to the politician, the rich man to the poor man, white man, black man, Jew man, it don't matter. So, tonight we just want to encourage everybody to strive, to stay faithful in whatever situation that you are in.
Right.
Be it, you have to go outside and seek resources to make that happen. Doing this helps us build a better community, a better family, a better world. You know what I mean? And that's really what we out here trying to encourage everybody. You got something, that's worth fighting for, fight for it.
Good.
Elijah, you got your last words?
Talk. A lot of men think that they know. A lot of men think that they are the ultimate lover. They think they got all their bases tied. Sometimes you need to talk. Right. You need to have communication. And you need to be man enough and woman enough to say, hey, you know what? I don't like this. I like this. Ain't nothing wrong with you working and fighting for your relationship. Okay, so it is what it is, because that's the only way y'all going to know each other even more. You're going to have to talk. You're going to have to open up. Men going to have to open up and show some vulnerability, stuff maybe that you didn't come from that, or you was just tough and this the way it is. Now you got to talk, man. All them days is gone.
Right. Caveman days over with.
Yeah, you don't club them and drag them. You got to talk to them.
Right.
So I want to say that. And I want to say, brothers, don't be moved. Be a man. Be a man. Don't be moved. And listen, stepping out and doing crazy stuff like that, you're moving yourself. You lost your footing. You lose. And I want to say this also, and I'm gonna be quiet. I know I get going, but for those brothers that have fell off of it, there is forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness, and get help. I mean, because it's God. God will forgive you, and I mean that the Bible says, "Just man falls 7 times." So don't even sweat it. Get up. But just because you make mistakes, don't disqualify you from life. It disqualify you from where you're trying to go. Get up, learn from it, and do better, period. And with that, that's all I got to say.
That's it. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Peace.